Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL 1 Road to Rio. We're right into the action straight away. North versus G2. It's going to be utility available for Nexa and Amanek. 3 sets of Kevlar, KS and Jax, and alongside Hunter, who'll be rocking those. And North, 3 sets of Kevlar. Low, nice shot coming in early from MSL, catching out Kenny S.
He just needs to stay alive here. All Jumpy's doing is trying to keep him at bay, but he runs out of bullets with Cajun B, the hero. As MSL and Jumpy to chime in with a couple more kills. MSL on 1 HP, Cajun B on 2. It's all on Hunter in a 1v4. Bomb dropped in no man's land, Dinko. And Hunter, well, looks like he might become the hunted this time around. It's going to be very, very hard indeed for him to bring this one back. You can see the way the CDs are set up as well. We have a player towards CD spawn. That is, of course, AZ. Just holding the line. A player up top mid. It's going to be Gate. It's got utility as well. I think he spots him out. There's information conveyed to Hunter. He has no clue what the remaining CTs are. He knows at least a couple towards long. And I like how North are not really taking the fight. They're forcing him to come into this crossfire. And he knows where Gate is. He has an inkling. But MSL playing up close, and Gate, he strikes. That's a beautiful run. And look at a little scary there, but MSL 2k from the position and staying alive on 1 HP. Massive round.
Yeah, that's a huge round. North get off to the good start. They need Dust2 to go their way. They won't have any chance of winning this series. G2 already picking up Vertigo. Was a 16-14 win. Wasn't the cleanest of affairs, I'll be honest, from G2, but they managed to take it nonetheless. And now we see what North can do here on Dust2. It's a map that I definitely feel like they've got enough individual prowess on to do some damage, but we know how solid G2 are on this map, so it's never going to be easy. It's always going to be an uphill battle.
Do you remember G2 did lose to Tyloo on Dust2 during the ESL Pro League, but yeah, I think North are definitely a slightly better team. We do have a P90 in hands of Jumpy. I want to see that come into play. A nice flashbang, and they're going to just line up for MSL.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, no, it gets blocked, but that's okay. AZ's there to make sure nothing further happens there. And Jumpy retrieves the M4 as well. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we won't see the P90 in action, but they will. Yeah.
It's one appearance
that sucks.
for the year, and it's gone. It's just useless. Like, it's a good gun, as in, like, you can get it does a lot of damage output, a lot of bullets, but the issue is, it's not really worth it. You don't get a huge, it's a less kill reward than the rest of the SMGs, it's just more expensive. It's better getting a rifle in play at that point.
Indeed it is. Flashbang. Not going to find anyone out here. G2 with the buy, of course. They do have the rifles, and man for man, they do have a superior arsenal here to work with, as the protocols will be played on out. They have control of mid. Hunter playing up close towards mid doors, ensuring there's no one hugging close towards the doors. It's a pretty standard setup coming out here. MSL going to be playing towards ramp by Lonesome. They have a player playing the anti-flash, a Jumpy playing anti-flash towards the long doors, towards containers, and you have a player towards pit that's Cajun B. So 3 players towards A. The Molotov's going to be tossed in, and that might just delay them for a bit. Jackie burning alive. He's going to drop one down. But I don't think he's been spotted out here. He might actually be able to sneak in, but there is a player waiting right around the smoke. Cajun B is completely unaware, and it's going to be Jax who strikes, but never mind. Cajun B recovers in time. And advantage early on here. MSL should be careful. Goes for a wild sprint. Kenny and Hunter, they chime in tandem. And now, suddenly, man advantage is snatched back by G2. Bomb's going to get planted for short as well. And all of a sudden, this is looking very rough indeed from North. They have also a Nexa floating towards the top of mid, and this retake is looking rough indeed, as AZ is going to be plucked off and Jumpy and Gade remain.
Well, Nexa through the mid door, it's going to catch Gade and going to take him down easily enough. Now it's just Jumpy saving the FAMAS into the next round. That's a good round from G2 across the board. Everyone finding kills by Jax. Let's see. A little bit of an unfortunate circumstance for him. Jumping off the top of the catwalk, and now Jumpy has been spotted. Actually being hunted as well to an extent here. They're coming in towards his position. I feel bad for him. He smokes off. He goes inside of the smoke. I like this attempt just to try hide away as they run past him. He's nearly done them. Actually, his hands. He's going to try and take down Kenny S. And there we go. There we go, Jumpy. Using the brain to get the kills. And while it's G2 with their first on the board, and Nexa taking the impact player. But I think it's definitely a very balanced act there for G2 in that last round.
Oh yeah, just losing to one player there on Kenny, and of course Jax dying earlier. Yes, smoking does kill, but sometimes smokes can save you as well, as we just witnessed right now. But just the FAMAS save for Jumpy, and he's going to hold on to it because he's the only player with the Kevlar. Of course, he's got that helmet as well. The rest of the members of North, and this is something we witnessed in Vertigo as well, Dinko. They like going for this full ecos. They don't really investing in these half buys, which is something we've seen quite often, not just in the CIS region, the Road to Rio, but also in some of the EU games we've had the opportunity to cast so far. And G2. Oh, they might just be walking into the stack. This could get very ugly, Dinko.
It could. Well, AC's around the corner with a P250. He's going to be the pillar of support for the defense, but it's not going to work for him. Instead, it's KGB on the USP kid, finding one as well. Oh no, MSL around the corner. Nexus swings, takes him down. At least they fully check it. And now Jumpy, the last remedy player, coming in with the same FAMAS from the last round, but it's Hunter who will take him down, and it's 2-2. G2 even up the scoreline. Good damage done though, all things considered. You know, you just had default pistols and you managed to do that much damage. North will be pretty happy about that, because it's all onto this round. This is the round that matters. MSL on the op, AZ with a second one. Double op setup on CT side of Dust2. Well, it's quite the beautiful attraction.
Oh yeah, it is indeed. And you know, that's the one round where I felt like if they had a few upgraded pistols, it could have gone the way. It could have gone the way for North, because there were 4 CDs lying in wait, and they just walked in dry. It's not. I wasn't a big fan of the way G2 went about that. They win the round, sure, but they lose so many players as well, and it's a very high-risk play, especially when you know that it's either a full eco or, well, a force buy on the side of North. But that's in the past. Once more, they're holding the line. Flashbang is great, and Gate caught reloading the B bomb site. No one's left. Emma still finds a player. That is Hunter, but doesn't really matter now, is it? It's a 4v4 post-plan. They have the Molotov. They have 3 flashes and a smoke, but I do believe that's a call for the save, and it's run out very, very early in the round.
Well, North just back it off. They've invested so much into this round, they can't afford to just throw everything away. Once G2 take control of that B-bomb site, it's very hard to get back in, especially with this double op setup. You're not going to be winning too many of those retakes. So G2, 3 on the board. They will take the lead on Dust2 the first time. And we did see G2 sometimes struggle against the T side of North over on Vertigo. So G2 getting as many rounds to the board here on the T side would certainly be an impressive effect. 3 up already on the board. North coming at them again, but they've got a decent buy here in this next one. Absolutely no problems. Gade's going to go on to a pistol most likely. Maybe a deagle in play, but the rest of the team have everything they could possibly want. Actually, I like that from Jumpy.
Going for the, yeah. And one thing I just want to point out as well for on the side of Gay, do you want to buy Kevlar there, buddy? $800.
Buy the Kevlar.
Buy the Kevlar. Gate. No. Oh no.
Well,
he's forgotten, Dinko. Oh, that
now
hurts.
it actually, the AK is better in the hands of Jumpy at this point. It's much better.
Yeah. You hate to see it. It does happen, but you hate to see it. Well, one thing I like about North, though, their decision-making has been on point. Like, when they go for the call for the save, it's immediate. When they go for the hit, it's immediate. And you got to give them credit, you know, despite the fact they're playing with the coach here. I also wonder, like, who's really, you know, calling. Obviously, it has to be MSL, but with Jumpy in the server, he's going to be adding a lot of inputs as well. So I wonder, you know, I'm assuming that the mid-round calls will be MSL, but I'm sure the Jumpy has quite a lot of input as well. Where's Gate playing? He's playing towards the B bomb side. He's alone. He doesn't have any Kevlar. Oh.
He's also hiding in the corner. So maybe he's realized he has no Kevlar and is just kind of setting himself up for a little bit of success. But this is a horrible situation. At least he remembers to buy a gun. You know, I'm looking at you, Hunter.
Listen, they still won the round, all right?
They did. Well, we'll see if North can win the round here. It's going to be MSL taking down Jax. Good start from the AWP. Over towards A long, and now the flashes do start to ring in, trying to neutralize the AWP of MSL. But G2 just taking their time, flashes up. MSL crosses. I think he got spotted on the cross. He had the possibility to be spotted. He's still here. He's still causing problems, and they might just start to run in towards him. That nade coming through, looking to try and deny the bomb plant, the safe passage, but it's come in from G2 already. Kenny S is stuck back at Gandalf with the bomb, moving forward, trying to get in on the side, but it's KGB with a headshot. Hunter coming in as well. Now MSL looking to try and do it all with the AWP. He has to. He's the closest player in at the action, but it's going to be Hunter who takes the double missed shot. And now Jumpy at long range. The FAMAS will take one, but the bomb is planted, and now it's a 1v3 overall for him. Taking the first, now peeking against Kenny S with a FAMAS at long range. It's going to be Amanek who will take him down. 4-2, G2. That was a scrappy round towards the end there, but they do get it done.
They do get it done, and what I really like from G2, where there was the fact that they knew there were a couple of CTs playing towards the A ramp, but they didn't really concentrate. They didn't get tunnel visioned on those players. They were aware the retake might be coming in already from CT spawn, and they got those 2 quick kills and a very proactive approach from G2 there, and that's gonna net them the round. Takes away all the guns from North as well, and now it's not a full eco for North though. They have decided to go for a slight investment. The Deagles all around, a couple of nades, a couple of okay Jumpy, deletes Nexa with the Deagle. Doesn't take a sliver of damage. And that's a good start for what should be, at least on paper, a comfortable run. And Kenny hasn't spotted MSL. He's walking up. I don't think Kenny has any idea. He hasn't budged yet. And MSL could get a free kill. He's going to take his time. Rounds on a shot. Oh, he got that kill. But, well, Jack survives in 20 HP. He's done the damages, so that's something, I guess.
Well, Gade in a good spot here as well to try and do some damage, but he has been spotted and tanked down to 4 HP. Could be Hunter eventually finishing off his prey. Another push comes through as AZ. He's getting being under pressure at the doors. Will be forced out. G2 will make their way on towards the side. Smoke out for the doors itself. In case I like this. This is a little bit of a risky play, but there's not much to lose here. He's going to go forward and try and take down Hunter. He's done that well enough. And now he can just cause problems inside of the site. Low HP on Jax. He will get a double. And that's really well played from Jax. Just spamming away, catching AZ as well. And now it's all on Jumpy coming in. A 1v3. Retake for the B-bomb site. Not going to happen, of course. So it's going to be 5-2 on the board here for G2. And again, Jax with another triple kill.
I kind of feel bad for Jump because he's going. The reason he's kind of left alive at the end when it comes to these, like, you know, post-plan scenarios is because he's going for some of the very high-risk plays so that he can at least convey information to his teammates, right? He's not going to be the anchor for a bomb site. He's going to be pushing in and trying to go for these, well, aggro plays and try to give his team some extra information and a little bit of an edge. But unfortunately, it just seems to be at the wrong place all the time. He's got a Mag 10. He's got a Deagle. He's trying to go for some exits here. And Jax is pretty low. He can't get caught on out. Is he going to walk on out? His question. Jax, 20 HP. Really not worth it. Jumpy. He's going to find one. Doesn't spot a second. Picks up an AK-47, but looks the wrong way. And Amanek will strike. And he will retrieve an AK-47 as well. Slightly expensive round for G2. They have been losing players here and there. But when you've won 5 in a row, your money's going to be looking pretty good, especially when you're on the T side.
Yeah, especially on the T side. This is looking good. Now, G2. We know they can be a very solid team when they get that momentum going, so North are going to have to try and stop that, put an end to it as they move into this next round. They've got the AWP in the hands of MSL. Fours around the rest, and Kenny S early on looking down in towards the in towards the tunnels, on towards the B-ball side. It's Gid. He's playing underneath the window. Hunter assisting Kenny, if needed. But no one getting aggressive from North. No one walking into the waiting arms of Kenny S just yet. Still being very patient. Transitioning across multiple different positions. You can see just going from the close shot up to the top boxes. Crosshair just flicking around. Meantime, his teammates are going to be walking up through mid, but most of them congregating over towards the B side of the map. It looks like G2 certainly are wanting to impact here. Got plenty of utility. Gid looking to try and hold on. He's got AZ on the card, is trying to assist him, and here comes the push.
Gade not really facing it, just smoked himself off, and now AZ has a lot of work to do. Beautiful headshot. He knows where Amanek is, but Amanek finds Gade, and AZ, he needed to get at least 2 more kills to make this retake possible, but Amanek opening up the B bomb site. Again, the call for the save has been rung out, and North will hold on to the weapons, but G2, this is worrying signs here for North, Dinko. They've strung 6 in a row, and their money is flush. They lose just Hunter.
Thing is, they're not doing anything that great. I think it's just very simple. They just played a slow round, nothing really forced out of North. They just walk into B, and Amanek getting the 2 insane openings. That's all that needs to be done, and job done for G2.
And all 5 players walking in as well. The way North is setting up here, they have 2 at B. They have no eyes towards mid, and G2 are even exploiting that. Like you mentioned, 5 players just walking out, and Amanek, just the can opener of the B bomb side was a can of whatever beverage you prefer.
Whoop-ass.
Can of whoop-ass. There we go. 6-2 for G2. And for North, they have the save. Now, Max Loss bonus has kicked in a couple couple of rounds now, so they can easily go for yet another buy. Might in fact be a couple of guns dropped on over from KGB or Jumpy towards AZ and Gate, so they can purchase that extra bit of utility. But I would love to see North being a little... Look, they are the underdogs right now, right? This is a map coming in from G2. They're playing with the coach and all of that. Now is when you try and go for a few gimmicky plays. When I say what I mean by gimmicky plays would be like maybe going for the mid pincer, play a couple of plays up close mid, 2 players towards short, and then try and get an opening pick, then fall on back. Keep G2 guessing. Don't just give them static rounds to work. When MSL boosts it up, he spots a player jumping left and right, but he's not able to quite spot anything apart from his feet, so he doesn't go for the shot. So a little bit of a switch up. I appreciate this. At least they have MSL with the op towards mid. They have 2 towards B, and player that is Cage and B all the way towards long, leaving Jumpy by his lonesome MSL. Flashbang is good, and Kenny S spots him out, but not able to get the shot in time. It peeks on out, but MSL outpicks Kenny S. AZ re-peeking, but he's going to be forced on back. Now Hunter trying to get a kill desperately, trying to get a trade happening. But MSL doing a good job just staying alive here. Man advantage for North, with still a minute on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of time here still left, and Amanek just in the tunnels. He'll be bringing himself back over towards lower. Now G2 wanted to impact on towards Catwalk a little bit more here. Got Hunter on the ult. Having lost Kenny, the man who picks up the mantle. 50 seconds left. The MSL repositioned over towards long, that now becomes the big issue for G2. They're going to be committing all 4 players here, so this is all about neutralizing MSL, making sure that they get rid of him with those flashbangs. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance for them. Back in towards Ramp he goes. That flashbang is good enough. Well, Jax has done this so many times. This time takes damage from the Molotov and also just falls into the waiting arms of Jumpy. There's been no reply yet from G2. This round is looking done and over with, but it's enemy MSL flashed off the angle, and that gives an opportunity for Amanek to dive in, but only for the meantime, as MSL swings into the open and catches Amanek, taking him down with 14 seconds left. This round looks done. G2 cannot do much, and it's going to be Hunter with a headshot. They have to run on towards the site. They have to start planting within the next second. And well, Nex is going to try, but the Molotov comes up. It's perfect. He goes back again, but there's no time for the plant. They need the kills, and it's just not going to happen. They need to stay alive here as well. But AZ on the back lines manages to take down Hunter. That's the AWP not being carried over. But G2 will lose the round. North, they do get it, but just by the skin of their teeth. That Molotov coming in disallows the bomb plant, and from there that looks pretty much done. North have got it done.
And that's why you need to start applying pressure, right? They didn't really show themselves towards short, and by the time they did, it was like 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
What did MSL do? He threw his first Molotov. Then what did Jumpy do? He threw his second Molotov, and then finally, 5 seconds, they need to get the bomb down, and the third Molotov comes in, and that's the round done. And they're rushing out towards the B bomb side of Gade. He's gonna shine this time. Finally wakes up. 3 kills for him, spraying them down through the smoke, and they've got all in Amanek and Kenny S to make something happen. Kenny S, flames eating away at his feet, and the bomb, look at where the bomb is. It's dropped out in the open. Amanek's just gonna go for the hero play, just charging out, and he picks up the bomb in the smoke and is gonna make his escape. So they do have a chance, but Cajun B from behind, he finds Amanek. It's all in Kenny S, trapped inside the tunnels, and there's not much you can do here.
Kenny S. Round is done here. We'll take an absolute heroic play from Kenny S. Even get close to winning this round, and he's on 26 HP. Go towards the door. There's Jumpy running in towards him. The footsteps, no issue. Kenny to take that kill, but they know where Kenny is. 44 seconds in play. Does he decide to go with this? Keep pushing into him. That'll be pickings Kenny will take every day of the week. Is he not going to overextend? Just positions on top of the boxes in the upper tunnel. That'll cut off that access point for Kenny. Now, going through the mid doors. If he walks up to B here, he might actually get a bit of an opportunity, because Occasion B is not actually spotting down in towards CT, so Kenny could walk up through in towards the B bomb site. Finally, AZ's gone on a bit of an excursion towards the lower tunnels. Gate is going to be the main player that Kenny has to worry about when he goes in towards this B site, but there's only 10 seconds left, so it's not like he has time to check any of the corners, and with the flank from AZ was always coming through, Kenny just takes a little too long getting involved there, and it's going to be a round picked up for North.
Yeah, how do you face off against Kenny S in a 1v4? Just don't give him separate 1v1s. That's it. Just like stick together, make sure that you get the trade, and I like what they did. They stuck together. They made sure he didn't head over towards A bombs, and Kenny has hit so many angles to check, and he couldn't really make much noise either. It's gonna be North finally stringing a couple of runs together here, Dinka. That's going to be real good indeed. For G2, though, their money is redonkulous. That's a lot of money in the bank, and they can buy up for at least a couple of more rounds without any pressure whatsoever, as we do have attack timeout getting called by G2. They had a 6-round streak, which has been stopped now for the time being, North with a couple of their own. And for North, they kept 3 alive as well, and that's definitely going to help matters here. The past couple of rounds, the one they won with the bomb not getting planted, they had only 2 survive. They had 3 survives the previous round, so the money's still not that great. If you take a look at it, KHNB's on 2,100, everyone's below $1,000. If they lose this round, the money will look very iffy indeed. And knowing the tendencies not to go for these force buys, that means pretty much a full eco. So very important run, more important for North rather than for G2. And once again, they've gone for their tried and tested, one player towards B. It's going to be Gade. Was a hero the previous round. They have AZ now with the AWP towards mid, and the typical setup towards long. 3 players there. MSL with the AWP just holding towards short. We have Jumpy and KHB towards long. Just the tag team effort on that part of the map. And G2 are back to their defaults. Just going to be walking up towards mid, inching towards short. MSL crosshair train, though. The flash should pop here unless Jax goes for the dry peek, which is unlikely. There we go. Molotov's going to force out MSL from this position, but he's actually going to be standing back, and he's actually going to land. The shot is brilliant from MSL. And the Molotov actually keeps the T's at bay. Hunter's burning alive. I love how the Molotov just worked against G2 there.
MSL repositioning on towards the A-bomb site. They're not walking his way. Flashbang will get him off the angle, but G2 still not wanting to pressure into A just yet. Still have 50 seconds to play with. But where do they want to go with this? They will start to limit their options with the time getting lower and lower. They haven't got full mid control just yet, and that Molotov is going to cause a few more issues for them. It's using up the last of the utility here from North. Now G2 go. It's going to be the smokes coming up. Wall of smokes, catwalk execute coming in. Still flashbangs available as well if they want to get MSL off this angle, which is so important. And there it is. The flash comes through. MSL under a lot of pressure. The Molotov's going to force him out of position. KHB assisting him from long, but they need these kills, and KHB is going to deliver at least one. Looking away from the flashbang. KHB will go back for more, and he's got another kill. MSL missing the shot, but Amanek looking for more. He's got 2 picked up. A third from Amanek. That is disgusting. But the bomb is on the floor. He has to sprint. He's got enough time for the plant if he starts right now, and that's exactly what he'll try. But Gid is there, available to shut him down, and it's going to be a round for North. 5 on the board. A nice try from Amanek, but the time was not his friend.
KHB, what a hero that round. With AK-47 nonetheless, 3 kills for him. And Amanek for a moment there, Denko. If he had like 10 more seconds, I was starting to believe, but he had to stick the plan, and Gate playing that perfectly. Like, there was it was very simple, right, for Gate. Like, he peeks, and if Amanek goes for the duel, even if Gate dies, it's round done. The final player doesn't have to face, so it was pretty much a no-win scenario there for Amanek. But G2 Esports, slowly but surely, their lead is slowly getting whittled away, and now they will have to go. They're actually going to be going for the eco, which is surprising. I thought they potentially might go for the force buy here, try and break the economy, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Only 2 players survived there for North, and now they know if they potentially could just break their money here, it could kind of be their opportunity to kind of extend the lead, maybe get to 9 rounds. John Pete walking past. Okay, maybe it's just a GoTV smoke bug. I felt like Nexa would have spotted him out, but anyway, just the Deagles. Nothing too crazy. MSL's taking a bit of damage. And Jumpy hugging the wall on the other side of the door.
Just around the corner, it's going to be Nexa. Going to make his way forward. Hunter in front of him with the Tech 9. Flash going through. Gonna blind a few of the players here over on G2. Now the execute comes through. Flashbang's not going to be effective. Jumpy in the corner. These are going to be easy kills if he can line them up. There's going to be one, but oh my god, that is just the most Amanek play ever. P250 jumping around the corner, taking off Jumpy's head. And that's just a little unfortunate. But North will leave it up the round anyway. 6-6. Well, G2 really starting to feel a little bit pressured now, I would say. North have been on a bit of a tear in these last few rounds, and G2 aren't going to get a buy-in, but North are back to that double op setup.
It's interesting, actually, if you look at, the scores are tied right now, but if you look at just the total of frags on both the sides, North actually have more kills. KGB in 13, MSL in 9. That's the same for Amanek and Hunter on the side of G2. But apart from that, Kenius, Jax, and Nexa combined have just a total of 11 kills. Well, Jumpy, AZ, and Gate are like 21 to 22 kills. It's crazy stuff. It's AZ, MSL blinded, doesn't matter. He's going to scalp Jax. That's a buy round for G to shut down. And AZ is going to find another one. It's just off singing loud and proud as MSL joins the hopping party. And it's just a Zoom Bang was completely dismantling this hole. But Amanek once more just being so insane. But KHB has had enough of it. And he's going to put him down. And North, finally, they're back in the lead. After what's felt like forever. They won the first 2 rounds, it was 2-0. But it was G2 all the way after that. But now North finding second win here in the first half as we do enter the penultimate round of what is shaping up to be one hell of a game. At least in the first half.
Yeah, first half, G2, most of the rounds they won, they didn't have to get many kills in because they would just send Amanek in, he would just go rampant, kill everybody on the B-bomb site, and North would have to save. And so that's what G2 has pretty much done for the most of their round wins. Other than that, North have been looking like the better side here on Dust2. Amanek, 15 kills, 8 deaths. Obviously, 2 of them coming in that last round, and a few of them have been inconsequential for the round wins, but overall, still a big performance from it. And now round 14, G2 deciding what they want to go on. It's going to be a half investment, not investing everything into this round. So, want the money for the last round. This is more than likely conceding another round over to North, who should be on 8 rounds at this point, winning the half. But G2 desperately want to get the 7th.
Definitely looking good as well. Flashes galore towards long. It's going to be Hunter. This time they're not going to find any pressure. The CT's opting not to really take the fight. They definitely know they have the superior weaponry. This is such a good call from North. G2 just have the Deagles, the Tech 9s, and the Mac 10s to work with here. They have a couple of flashbangs, a smoke, and a Molotov. And they take control of long, but they're just going to leave the one player there. That is Hunter. The remaining players slowly creeping out towards short. They might just try and go for the short play, and then just kind of leave Hunter to potentially take down any of the CTs as they do come up from CT spawn. But 2 CTs, actually almost 3 players for North waiting towards short for this play. And MSL, he's feeling aggressive. He's going to keep him out, and he's going to find a first kill. He's going to hold the line, misses the flick shot though, and he's going to get punished for it. And Jumpy, perfect Molotov, and a flashbang to keep them at bay. But then AWP has been retrieved, and that could be a problem. But Jax, look at the damage being dealt by the utility. This is brilliant stuff from North.
MSL certainly could have done more from that position, but AZ is going to take down Hunter. 4v3, a man advantage in play here for the CT side. And low HP as well, geared. Oh, this push, this could really work. Catches Amanek looking the wrong way. An easy headshot, and now G2. 30 seconds in play. They'll try and make their way towards long, but it's only Nexon out. 3 kills to his name. Has not really had the best of performances, and it's going to be North with an 8th round, as expected, due to the buy that G2 decided to go with here. And it's all about this. This was their magic plan. You know, they go for the half buy in the last round. They save as much money coming into this last. They can get everything they want. They get the utility, but Kenny immediately going to an AK.
Not really fancying it, I guess. And this double up setup is really working out for North.
Okay.
And bear in mind, they've won 6 in a row.
So the AWP does get thrown over to Kenny. It was just a vet versus by Jax. But it's Kenny going to be getting that early kill. And just, well, thankfully they do get the AWP because it gives G2 the immediate advantage.
MSL taking matters in his own hands, but Amanek ready. Despite MSL having that right-eye peek advantage, and Jumpy gets tagged down again. Kenny S starting to come alive late in the first half. 5v3, Jumpy bleeding internally. KGB needs to find something, but the flashbang is going to make life miserable. It's the final round as well. There's not much they can do apart from just, going for this. There's no point saving as well. So Jumpy 7 HP with the AWP, and Gate. Yeah, they have too much of a tall ask, if you ask me, and this should be round number 7 for G2 as we move into the second half. But at least for North, though, it's been impressive, I won't lie. It was 6-2 at one point, and they managed to get the lead going into the second half.
Well, Gate does catch Amanek. At least the clean sheet prevented. But G2 should be grabbing the 7th round without much resistance. This Jumpy coming back in on 7 HP. Open his hands as Gade moves forward as well. It's a nice kill from Jumpy. Still 3 players to find, sunk deep in towards the A-bomb site. Still not fancying the chances here from North, but they'll try and go forward. It's next on the headshot. A double coming in the end. And it's 7 rounds posted by G2 at the half. It's time for a short break, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll be right back to continue the action after this.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixes cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL 1 Road to Rio. It's North taking on G2, map number 2. It's Dust2, and while North in the lead as we move into the second half. G2, it was a clean round at the end, but they have to try and continue that moving into this pistol. Ooh.
Oh, that's clean. That's very clean
Oh,
from
that's
Jax.
cleaner.
Oh!
That is certainly cleaner from Jax. A second kill coming in as well. MSL gone. And that's the start you're looking for if you're G2.
The P2K as well. You don't really see that in play that often. It has its perks. You're allowed to spam the gun because you do have the extra bullets compared to in reserve. And it's going to be Gate taking the deal, but 3 CTs waiting. They even have the utility in hands. Oh, okay, Jax, what is that? That's just filth.
Oh,
That
okay.
is disgusting. That's illegal. Stop it. No. Oh, my lord. He's going for the ace. He should get the ace. And there you have it. What was that?
That was just disgusting. That was huge from Jax. Really nice performance. Again, he was just unbelievable on Vertigo. He, in my opinion, saved G2 in
He had a very quiet
plethora
start, mind
of
you.
runs.
He was
Yeah,
so
he
quiet
was
initially.
very quiet and then just randomly exploded. And yeah, that's certainly a good start coming into the second half. Well, if Jax is going to play anything like that moving forward, then we're going to be seeing a very, very entertaining half from G2. And he is personally one of my favorite players to watch on this map. The way he gets aggressive on A-Long is unreal.
I will not argue that fact, as we do see the players are charging in towards short. And Kenya spots him out. He's going to get to cover in the nick of time. Nate tossing. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt. And you look at the damage. And Hunter and Kenya are going to have a field day, just mowing the players down. And Jack's even chiming in with a frag of his own. Auto-complete annihilation. But then again, for North, it was the full eco.
I like that we're over and done with the boring rounds already, Blau. We're into the gun rounds already. Straight, quick, click your fingers, blink of an eye, right into the important rounds. And it's going to be the AKs in play for North. No Molotovs, but enough utility across the board.
Enough indeed. For G2 though, because they didn't lose a single player, they're going to be sticking around with the well, basically the SMGs, and that means weapon-wise, the T's are superior right now, and Jax, who is being a little too overeager, and it's going to be found out that's the M4, and it won't be retrieved, mind you, as Gate's going to find Kenny S, and just getting mowed down. Perfect pincer coming in from Gate as well from short, and that's a round gone. Now, for the side of G2, though, it was mostly SMGs and one M4 lost, which Jax had. So if you look at the money, they will still get the bonus cash, and they will be able to eke out a buy. But at least North make that first buy look very convincing, and they will tie things up again.
Well, Cajun B's position going to be checked by Amanek. That is at least a nice little bit of cash picked up at least. Nexa off towards long. Jumpy coming around the backside. Oh no, he does take Amanek down, but Nexa's ready for him. Switches out to the AK, and that's going to be the bin of his existence. AC taking him down. 9-9, a good reply from North. They even up the scoreline. Now we look into the next round. G2, what can they purchase up? They can get a full buy across the board. They're going to have certain weaknesses. Jax in particular not having the greatest amount of cash here, so they could go for a more conservative approach and buy a couple of pistols, a little bit of armor, and they've done that before. So yeah, that's the call that they're running with. I like this decision. You want to get as much utility and the AWP into the hands of Kenny S as often as possible.
Oh yes, you do. And I wouldn't be even surprised to see a double op setup coming up here. Look at the money; it's pretty flush for Jax and Hunter as well. That is of course after this round for the time being. Going for a cheeky boost or a couple of parting shots with the Deagle. They do a bit of damage onto AZ. Now Jax just with the P2K. Now we've seen what he can do in pistol round, but against the helmet, that's not going to be quite ideal. AZ is going to flush him out with the Molotov. He does toss it in. Flashback comes out. Jax blinded, but won't be challenged so far.
Two players beyond the door. It's Jax and Kenny S. So walking through that mid door is not going to be the safest of approaches for North, and instead they're going to group up on towards Catwalk and try and walk that way, but it's going to be... Oh, Keisha be on the other end of things. It's going to be a chance for Keisha to get a little bit more. He eventually will stay alive, actually. I thought he was going to perish there, but luckily his teammates come in, but Amanek coming in at the 5-7. A good double being picked up, and it's Jumpy cleaning up the rest. It's 10-9 as North will hit double figures first here on Dust2. G2 immediately getting an AUG purchased up on the Amanek. Again, that run was never really expected to be too much for G2, so this is the important time for them. They get the AWP in the hands of Kenny, they get the AUG in the hands of Amanek, and the rest on M4s. Utility is available to most of the G2 players. Well, North, this is the first hurdle, the first real challenge as the gauntlet is thrown to the ground.
Amanek is just so explosive. Like, he'll be quiet for a while, then suddenly just 3 or 4 nutty kills, like even the 2K he got over there with the 5-7. Now though, the fact that they've invested so much in the rifles means the utility will be pretty sparse here, Dinko. They have sent up Hunter towards CD spawn. Flashbang is going to pop. Return smoke coming in from the side of Hunter. It's going to keep them at bay for the time being, but they've expended a lot of utility very early. And X has got 1 smoke remaining. We have a couple of flashbangs in the hands of Jax and Hunter, and just 1 kit in the hands of Hunter, mind you. At least it's playing towards mid, so even if it does get taken down, if they have to go for a retake, they can pick it up on the way while they're rotating over to a bomb site it might be. And looking at the way North is set up right now, at least initially, it looks like it's going to be towards long. As usual, we have a player just floating towards lower tunnels, just looking to cut off the rotation rather for G2. That's going to be Cajun B. In fact, he's going to be teaming up with his teammates as a pincer is on. Now, there's no one at the A bomb site, Dinka. Both the players are towards long, so Kenny S, he just might give this one up. I think they're just going to be holding towards long and then go for the retake play. And if they find Jumpy, this could be big, and Jumpy will be found. The moment it gets taken down, now this retake is looking much more likely. Amanek's going to find AZ. I think he dropped down towards CD spawn, and now it's looking a little dicey here for North.
No, it certainly is, but that kill from KGB will at least put it in a better looking position. Gate getting damage done. Nexa coming back in the reply, but it's MSL inside of the site, just landing shot after shot. And now Nexa, does he even go for this? He has no kit, no utility, and he's 40 HP. I just think that smoke is certainly this signaling factor. That's his cue to save. Just no way he can pick this up. And yeah, that's just a great recovery from North.
Yeah, there's no time here. I'm not sure why he's still...
Okay, why? Oh, there we go. That's why. I thought he's going to be caught by MSL. Then I would have hated the decision. But, you know, I'm just biased when there's success. So, brilliant idea next to it. And there's an AWP as well. It's just the most fantastic plan. And it actually was. So, you know, coming out long there, obviously he's playing for the exit. He's hoping that the bomb actually blows weapons over. And it worked out perfectly. He gets the kill on towards MSL. The bomb blows the AWP into his hands. And in the end, Nexa walks away with at least something there. But in the end, North, a solid round overall from them.
And of course, he's going to be dropping it over to Kenny S, who has purchased the Kevlar, just a $650 investment. But North, they've really put up a fight here. And you just got to ask yourself the question, Dinko. What if Kirby was playing?
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think G2 will be relatively happy that he is not. They 16-14. They only barely script Vertigo. You know, there is a world in which G2, the minuscule way that they don't go through the playoffs is losing it to the North and all the other entities playing into that. But the fact that if they had a coach, there is a world in which, if they don't have the coach, I say, there is a world in which G2 actually don't make it to the playoffs. But luckily they do win that map, so they'll be happy enough. The pressure's somewhat off for G2 now.
Indeed it is. You gotta wonder if that could be them just putting, lifting their foot off the gas pedal. They've left the op in the hands of the very capable hands of Mr. Kenny S towards the A-bomb side. Meanwhile, Hunter and Nex are teaming up together towards Long, and Kenny is gonna get pressured here. The wall of smoke's gonna be coming up, and he's just gotta hold this all on his own, and the utility usage is gonna make things pretty miserable. He's already blinded, but he is looking for the skill. He's gonna go for the peek. It's all about timing, and a nice little flick. That's MSL getting taken down. Flash is coming in. Bomb gonna be down, but again, yes, still very deadly with an AWP. Looking for more, and it should be careful, but AZ's gonna pluck his head off. Now it's a 3v3. Jax finds Jumpy. That's a gun retrieved. However, just with his pistols, it's gonna be real hard indeed. Gate's very low, but he's not showing himself, and as long as they do that, this round should still be in the bag for North. Cajun B avoids a flashbang. He's gonna peek out wide, finds Jax as well. That's round done. Don't see Nexa really doing much here. Still taking the fight though. P to 50 in hand, looking to land that headshot. Even gets a dink onto Cajun B, but it is not to be. A lot of damage being inflicted, but North will hold on and get to round number 12.
Well, this is starting to become a pretty one-sided affair for North now. This has to be a good showing from G2 in this round, otherwise I'm starting to see a world in which we're heading to that third map. Well, I'm looking
Jumpy
at
has more
now.
kills. Yeah, and Jumpy has more kills than 4 players of G2. Just saying.
That's not a great stat, is it? That's not a great outlook. Well, AZ is gonna take himself one gate as well. This is just pure domination. And remember, this is a buy round from G2. They have the weapons. They have everything they could possibly want. And they're just not doing anything with them. North are just winning every aim draw. And while it's looking like a 13th round on the board here for North, it has to be the save call from Nexa and Amanek. G2 didn't even get a single kill.
That's brutal. That is just absolutely brutal. Gade finding one. AZ and MSL, of course, once you had the final player trapped into its pit. That was it. Amanek, ooh, gets a dink in. Now they know where the remaining CTs are saving towards. I like Nexus' position, though. They might not be expecting that, because they know Amanek's towards T-spawn, so they might not really clear it. And if I'm North right now, I don't go for the hunt. It is not worth it. Look at the money for both the sides. Yes, North have a little bit of extra cash, obviously, but they want to keep all 5 guns alive, start to build up a little bit of bank. So it's kind of like an insurance that if they do lose a round, if they lose, maybe even lose a couple of rounds, they're not going to be reset. They're still going to have the money, and they can always keep fighting and inching closer to the golden number of 16. Bear in mind, it is a must-win game for North. For G2, at least if the math is correct, they have pretty much ensured the fact that they will move out of the groups. But of course, they want to win as well. I mean, it's got to be, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but it's got to be a little rough for them to lose a series. Even this map, it's their map pick, right? And it's North playing with one of the star, like you mentioned, Kirby is the star player. And he's not playing. They have the coach. And credit where it's due. Jumpy has, like I said, the Call of Duty came, and he has just stood up like a soldier.
We don't mention
MSL
that
will
game
be
here,
off.
Blood. We do. It's only Counter-Strike. Well, it's gonna be... Well, Hunter just hiding his head away. He's gonna peek up and try his best to try and take them down. It's gonna be Gate who takes him down easily enough. That's a good headshot. Hunter dispatched off, and Jack's trying his luck through the smoke. Again, B-bomb side taken, absolutely no chance here surely for G2 to do anything. Nade stack lands on top of Gate, drops into 47 HP, but that Molotov coming in prevents the window push. And now G2 back away in towards mid. Amanek looking to save the AUG into the next round as well. 14-9, North 2 away from victory. And G2, it almost has to, well, it has to be flawless now if they want to win in regulation, but there's not much room for error at all on Dust2 now.
Yeah, and when you say flawless, let's do the math. They need to win 7 in a row 7 in a row. And so far, North have won. With this round, it's going to be 6 in a row. They just look so very good. So very clean as well. And again, keeping 4 players alive. The money is flush, think. Let's just look at the amount of cash they have. This is a Herculean task for G2. They saved the 2 guns. Buy will be coming in, of course. But they're running out of rounds to work with. North just 2 more to take it to map number 3. And that's going to be a nuke.
Yeah,
Nuke
should be a real fun one. I'm looking forward to that if we have to go there. And currently it is looking like we're going to go there. So, as a neutral and as a commentator, I'm very excited for that one, Blair. It's the last day for us for a while, so we might as well get our full fill of things.
Yeah, might as well. Final game for us for the EU group stage, at least. We want to end it on a banger. And honestly, I was a little worried. I was like, oh no, North's playing with a coach, it's G2, number 6 team of the world. This might just be a beating, but it has not. Vertigo went down to the wire, and now North are just 2 rounds away from taking to map number 3. We definitely do have a match in our hands. As North once again slowly creeping up towards shore. They found so much success towards the A bomb site. And G2, apart from the pistol round, that heroic round from Jax with the ace, and of course the eco bash towards short, they've really shown nothing. They have struggled quite a bit. The boost going to be coming in. MSL with the AWP, trying to scope it out, trying to find someone. And Hunter just crouched on the bomb site. He's not showing anything. He doesn't have to. He's got Kenny S holding the line in case they do want to cross on over.
Hunter, he needs to deliver. He's going to peek over the top, catches out AZ, another push coming in. Maybe North throwing the Molotovs into the side, really making it hot to stay there. Too hot to handle, perhaps, even for Hunter. He will peek into the open to find another headshot. Kenny and Jax lighting them up, but it's all on Jumpy. A 1v4 for the stand-in. He's going to fall. Kenny Eyes takes him down at the 10th round. Finally, G2 getting a round win. Now, that's the first. Scratch that in. Only 6 more to go.
6 more in a row needed for them to win this in regulation. I still don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, man. I'm feeling North right now. I feel at the very least, they're going to ensure overtime in the next few rounds. We do have attack timeout getting called by North. And for those of you you're not aware, I mean, you are mostly aware why Kirby's not playing, because he was sick, unfortunately, and that meant that Jumpy had to stand in. And with the Road to Rio rules, which are the Valve rules, that mind you, if a stand-in plays in the Road to Rio, the group stages, he's going to have to continue to play for the remainder of the tournament, meaning Jumpy is stuck being the 5th player for the lineup. But Kirby can play, though. So right now, he's actually in the coaching role in the server, which is interesting. Yeah, I wonder if he called the attack timeout. Like... Yeah, but I wonder if he's like, all right, guys, like, imagine Kirby telling MSL and Jumpy what to do. I would love to see that.
Knowing players, that is happening. Like, knowing a player, you'll never have to see a player just sit back quietly, because you want to be involved. That you're a competitor for a reason, right? So you're just sitting there and you are so annoyed. You want to play. You want to get involved. So you're obviously going to be shouting. If you guys, I don't know if you guys are like football fans or whatever, but if you think back, I remember the Euros when Cristiano Ronaldo got injured during the final when Portugal were playing. He was screaming his head off. He was getting involved. So I'm sure it's pretty similar for all sort of competitors here. I'm always guaranteeing you that Caribbean is calming right now.
And let's be honest, like, even if you're not a coach or whatnot, when you're just sitting and watching, you do tend to like see the bigger picture at times. You have a more holistic view of what's going on. Because when you're in a server, it doesn't matter who you are, you tend to, it's just human nature, you tend to get a little tunnel visioned as Hunter's pushed up quite massively indeed. And Gate finds Nexa though. But are they aware of Hunter's position? He's aware he's getting flanked from everywhere. Gate's taking a lot of shots. He's going to be found out. But Hunter out in the open. AZ and Jumpy are going to team up together to find him. And then aggression from the CD is not really working out. And now it's all on Jax on the A-bomb side at MSL. Off with his head. It's a French Revolution again. And now it's the 2v4. The A-bomb side. The CDs are there. They're ready to take the fight. But the man advantage firmly with North.
French Revolution. The other way around. The Danish have arrived. And well... And will be Amanek and Kenny S left alone. 37 seconds left in play. Kenny just sitting back up on short. He's got to deliver some nuclear shots here as they come in towards him. He has to be absolutely godlike. Amanek is going to be smoked off. It's now Kenny isolated up on the top bomb site. He can take some damage by the Molotov as well. Luckily, they're not capitalizing. They have to go now. 20 seconds. That could be an issue, but Amanek, he's going to fall. Now Kenny peeks into the open, catches MSL, but 2 players peeking him to be around for North. 15 to 10. Map point here on Dust2 is looking good for them.
Oh man, Kenny is he struggled today. He struggled in Dust2. I mean, this is a map you would imagine.
Yeah, he also struggled. Like, he got a lot of kills on Vertigo, but there was even some missed shots coming in. There was some signs of life, but for the most part, there was definitely a few weaknesses creeping in, and I think that's really been exacerbated here on Dust2.
Indeed, it has. Things have gone pretty wrong here for G2, but for North, they're gonna be feeling very, very happy right now. 5 map points to work with. 5 map points for the chance to take it to map number 3. And G2 now, their backs against the wall. They need to kind of somehow claw this one back. I don't think they'll be looking to take it to map number 3 to be very honest, but the North, they're fighting. They're not quite done yet. Looking to roar. They have a little bit of an off angle from Jax. I don't think he's held his position yet so far. Molotov up close. It's all about timing. He's gonna smoke it up. I like that. I like that. He's gonna fake out the fact that there is a player sticking towards the side of the door, and that could potentially catch Jumpy off guard. He spots him out, and there you go. Jax, brilliant play. I love that smoke from him. A little bit of a ruse, and now man advantage for the G2 side. But hit is going to be coming in. It's again down to Kenny S with the AWP, and it's getting hounded by the players.
Okay.
He's pushing in, but Hunter in the smoke. He's a wraith as he finds 2, and now MSL with the yomp. He goes for the jump, the scroll jump, and now they're both low. And Kenny, yeah, Kobe, as they both get taken down. Oh, MSL. He played at a perfection. He crouched down. He was just going to stand up and shoot. Instead, he jumps.
Well, there we go, Kenny. Getting the double nade at the end. 15 to 11. Yeah, that's one for Harry Russell out there, I think. He's not a fan of the scroll wheel jumping. He's an avid spacebar jumper.
Yeah, I mean, spacebar master race.
I jump with scroll wheel.
Listen, Dinko, that's heresy. Anyway, right now, though, finally, G2 have managed to not break their economy, but whittle their way to a point where they opt to go for the eco, and Nexa just hugging the smoke. Flashbang's going to be behind him. They're hugging him. They're just going to go for the spray. 1, 2, runs out of bullets, but it gets all full. And Jumpy's going to be left alone with a Tech 9 and just going to come straight to his death. Denies the ace. But that's okay. 12 to 15. 3 more rounds with G2 to try and ensure overtime, and for North, another opportunity to seal the deal.
Well, it's got to be flawless now from G2 just to get overtime. We'll see if they can manage to muster it together. They've got themselves the AWP in the hands of Kenny. Everybody with rifles. It's down to this round to see if North can take it over the line. Or will G2 prolong this battle on Dust2? Immediately, 3 players positioned over towards the tunnels, and while Kenny S is waiting for the boost, he's got the right read. How does that not hit? That must have just went through his brain.
Just went through one ear and went out the other, I guess. Alright, that happened. So maybe just a tiny pixel off, but at least a good sign is for G2 they don't lose a player, so still a 5v5.
Oh, well, there goes the start. You ruined it, Blair.
I ruined it. I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, it's all your fault, of course. Everything is the caster's fault. Well, next up, it's going to be pushing up with Jax in towards A long. G2 haven't really been given a whole lot of space to work with here, and finally they're given that, but they've lost the A bomb site. Hunter's going to toss the Molotov up, and well, it's not going to quite hit the mark in time. AC is going to be there, but look at this flank. KJB looking to try and end it all. He only manages 1. AZ able to shut down Hunter, though, so 2v4 still not looking great here for G2, but it's not over yet. Hunter, Jax and Nexa have to pull off the incredible, and well, Jumpy through the smoke. I feel bad for him right there. That's an easy kill for Jax when he spams on through. He'll be happy with that. Nearly lining up MSL's position as well, but this retake, it has to be perfect, it has to be quick, and they're gonna fall. AC takes it down, MSL seals the deal, and it's North. They force the third map, 16-12. They win Dust2 over